Alright, let's for a second get real. You don't need to go to college to become successful. I know, we've all been told our whole lives that the only way to make it in this world is to get that shiny degree and to land a 9 to 5 job. But let's be honest, that's not even working anymore. And I'm here to tell you that you can make a killer living without ever stepping foot in a classroom. You don't need a degree. You've just been told you needed a degree. You just need the right skills to then market them to create your own financial success. So, you might ask, how do you do that? Simple, freelancing. And I'm going to walk you through why freelancing is the new future and why it's better than a 9 to 5 job. And to be honest, what isn't better than a 9 to 5 job? And how to get started with nothing but your skills and a little bit of drive. Alright, so first off, look, I'm not here to tell you to quit your 9 to 5 job if you're cool with it, but let's be real. Freelancing is where the freedom's at. And if you think about it, a 9 to 5 job is basically just endless hours of your life gone to somebody else's dream where you clock in at 9 a.m., stare at the clock until 5, and then the cycle starts again the next day. That's just life on autopilot. And for me personally, it didn't sit right. Freelancing is different, where you get to set your own schedule, you get to choose your own clients, and you can literally work from anywhere. This then brings me to the second thought of, would you want to be your own boss? Well, then you can freelance. If you want to set your own prices, you can go freelance. If you want the flexibility to work when you feel like it, or even go on vacation without having to ask a boss for time off, you guessed it, of course, go with freelancing. Freelancing isn't about working less, it's about working smarter. Instead of doing the same thing every day for someone else, you get to do what you want and make money doing it. No more wasting time on endless meetings or feeling like you're stuck. You're in charge of where you're headed in your life. Now, I know what you're thinking. That all sounds great, but what can I actually do to start freelancing? Well, you'd be surprised. You've probably got some skills right now that are worth marketing. And if you don't, you always have the resources to learn those type of skills online. And there's multiple resources for that. You just have to find what you're interested in and pursue into that interest. So here's the thing. If you know how to do something, there's probably a market for it. And it doesn't have to be super complex. Here's a list of some of the most popular freelance gigs you can jump into. Even just looking on Fiverr's website here. For example, if you're good at writing, or if you're like good with words, there's a massive demand for copywriting, blog writing, social media content, and even ebooks. Websites like Fiverr and Upwork are full of businesses that need help with content, and you can charge a decent rate for it. Even graphic design as well. If you know your way around Photoshop or Illustrator, you're in luck. Companies are always looking for people to design logos, social media graphics, posters, and even websites. And Canva is a great tool if you're starting out. Personally, I use it for my thumbnails, so it is a really good tool. Web development, of course. If you know how to build websites or app development, you're sitting on a gold mine because businesses need websites to stay competitive, and they'll pay good money for someone who can deliver a polished, functional site. So, obviously, with those few things I just spewed off, um, you could make some good money with those if you know your way around the trade and you have the skills for it. Obviously, it's going to depend on different situations or whatever, but you're going to need to put yourself out there and do a couple easy jobs, build up your portfolio per se, depending on what the skill is, or your work history, and that'll really help you pop off on these websites like this. The cool thing with all of this is that you can set your prices. So when you first start out, you might have to lower your prices to get some clients, but that's fine. You're building a portfolio and getting reviews for it. As you get more experience, you can obviously raise your rates. And trust me, people will pay for quality work. Obviously, when you're first starting out, you might have to take a little bit of a hit, but that's with anything. That's with any job, right? That where you're working for yourself at least. So what you want to do is you want to build your brand. So you don't want to just sit on freelancing platforms as well. You want to market yourself on social media, like sharing your work on Instagram, LinkedIn, for example, or TikTok to get the word out of your skill or skill sets. You might have multiple too. That's the beauty of this. You don't have to stick to one thing. You can switch to multiple things as well. So there's that. And the more people you know that you're capable of doing that said skill, the better you are. So you may not be fully sold yet on why freelancing is better than a 9 to 5 job, but let's just talk more about that so I can convince you more. For starters, you have complete control. You decide when you work, how much you work, and who you work with. You can work from anywhere, like from your bed, for example, a coffee shop, or even while traveling, which is kind of nice. And the best part, the earning potential is endless. But with this also, I would say that the earning potential can be worse if you don't put in the effort, because you do have to make an effort and schedule whatever services you're bringing to the table, or you do need clients to actually make the money. But once you get those clients, the more gigs you take on, the more you can charge. So you can actually make more money than you would working for someone else eventually. And the only thing that limits you is your own drive. Plus, there's no boss, so you don't have to ask for time off. You don't have to ask for permission to go to the bathroom or do whatever the fuck. You can literally be your own boss, which is all of our dreams. Freedom is a big plus in anything. If you're getting a traditional job, you're never going to have that total freedom like you will if you're a freelancer, which is why I really like it, and I'm starting to lean towards it myself. So the basic premise of this video is freelancing is about creating your own path, and there's nothing better than waking up and knowing that your success is in your hands. You don't need a degree to succeed. Freelancing gives you the chance to market your skills you already have and build a career that fits your life and not someone else's schedule. The world is changing, and freelancing is where it's at. So if you've got a skill, why not start making money off of it? Don't let anyone tell you that you need a degree or you need a 9 to 5 job to become successful, because the reality is, with the right mindset, hustle, and the ability to market yourself, you can create your own path and do what you love. And you don't need to start this full time right away, of course. You can start off part time and work your way up. And that's what I would recommend. Start it as a hustle, and then once it starts popping off, lead it into your full time. And if you're ready to take the leap, start today. The world needs your skills, and it's time to start selling them. So, also, guys, I just want to thank you all for watching the video, and please subscribe, like, and comment if you have an idea or whatever. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.